Hi guys, I'm Nicholas Woolwork, CEO of Red Brick and globally published author of Investing in International Real Estate for Dummies. I'm here today on my client site, just arrived on site here, as you'll see the site over there. We're going to go and have a look round. I've been in already. I'm keeping warm in my car because we're at the time of year where it's pretty warm. And yeah, we're going to do a site update. I've not taken you down here for a couple of months, and you know, quite a lot's gone on. The last we've got in planning at the moment a wrap for the building, which is going to look really exciting. So that's not on yet, but when that is on, it's going to look absolutely beautiful, and can't wait to show you that. But for now, we're going to go around the inside of the building again. We've got lots going on. The ground floor is probably the least finished, so we'll take you around that first, show you the state of finish of those units. Then what we'll do is we'll go upstairs, show you some of the completed units, and finally pop you into the show home. So got my guys here ready and waiting. So shall we crack on with the tour, guys? Let's have a wander around and see where to go. Just going to whiz around. There's quite a lot of tradesmen on site. We are really firing to the finish line now. We've got 3 months to go, and lots of people on site, so we're going to have to be careful, everyone. But follow me round. Hi guys, how are you? And you'll see straight away all the plasterboard's done, all the first fix electric is in. You'll see actually in the apartments we're starting to move on to second fix. These first couple of apartments are the least finished, and I'll show you in these first. And you can see first fix electrics. Anything first fix, for those of you that don't know, is where you've done all the electrics and the plumbing, but you haven't fitted the fittings onto the end of them, you know, so the plugs, or, you know, if it's a bathroom, for example, the shower fittings haven't gone on. But actually everything's in place, ready for that second fit. And actually, if you can see in there, it's very dark, so I don't know if you can pan in there, chaps, but there's a bath gone in there, ready for sort of fitting out the rest of it. We've also got a mist coat. They call it a mist coat of paint. So it's quite dark and there's no lighting, but this is just a first coat that seals in the plasterboard and gives the final coat. It's usually a watered down coat of paint, and gives the main paint something to adhere to when you start painting on. But actually, you can see in here the spotlights are on. Actually, some of the second fix, should we call this, sockets, is going on in what would be one of the bedrooms in this particular apartment. So the hallway's still to be done, but as you can see in here, second fix starting to go on. Follow me through. Just pop into another. We'll just do a couple of flats. It's all much of the same, so I don't want to bore you too much, but again, what we've still got to do, we've still got to get carpentry on, everything, skirting boards on. We've still got second fix electrics to do in all of these. But as you can see, the mist coat of paint is already on the flats, and you know, they will progress very quickly from here. What's interesting is the electricians tend to know where all the spotlights are. So although there's only one electrical cable coming down from here, they know where they hide them in the roof. And yeah, it's quite clever really. They sort of thread them all through at the last minute and fit the spotlight fixtures on. So come on through, let's go and have a shoot round this floor. As you can see today, there's people everywhere. You know, we've probably got 40 to 50 operatives on site today. All the plasterboard guys finishing up all the plasterboarding. We've got painters and decorators in. We've got plumbers and electrics in. Absolutely everyone's piled on the site. Not tripping over each other. They're very carefully moving through each of the units as we go, following one another. It's important to get the scheduling and programming of the site right, so that you've got the efficiency of the build, and to maximise the speed you can deliver stuff. Now, this is the last building we're actually doing, the last flat we're doing, and it's been left open for storage. There's a main entrance over there, which is where the roller shutter doors are. So yeah, main storage area. Well, that will be the last flat to do as we come out of the building. We've done the main first floor. As you see, it's a square building, courtyards in the middle. We didn't look at any of the internal flats, but what I'll do is I'll show you some of the internal flats in the courtyard space upstairs. And again, this is, if you remember earlier in the series, following this journey, this is where all the electrical and the Cat 6 and all that cable's coming in. That's one of the sort of main breakout boxes for the telecoms. So let's go upstairs now and show you around something that's a bit more finished. Okay, so we are now on the top floor. As you will see straight away, walls have already been painted at one coat in a lot of places. If I just take you around this side, we've been doing a taping and jointing system. So anyone that's not familiar with plasterboarding, there's usually two main ways of plasterboarding. This is usually quickest when the drying time's good. And what they do is they put the plasterboard up to one another, and each piece of plasterboard has a small indentation at the edge. So when they butt up, that indentation can be filled and made smooth, and there's no need to skim it. That can then be painted straight away. So obviously you save an awful lot of plastering. Now the issue with that is this can be quite a thick coat, you know, I don't know, not massively thick, but 5 mil thick, say, filler, basically. And that filler takes a lot longer to dry than sometimes just a skim of plastering the whole wall. There's a bit of a balance as to know whether to do tape and jointing or to actually skim. We've reverted to skimming some of these because of the cold temperatures, and the drying times have been a bit too long on that. So we've used actually a bit of both on this particular site, but trying to do the fastest method, basically. Let me take you around. We're going to go anti-clockwise again, like we did downstairs. And actually, before we go in, this is the show home. We'll show you that at the end. So that's the pièce de résistance at the end. This is actually a mock-up door of the main final door, because the main doors are very high quality, thick, heavy hotel grade doors, better than a lot of hotels actually, and they have a real wow factor of solidness to it. We're going to save that to the end of the video, so stay tuned and watch that at the end. But this is a mock-up so that when we do viewings, we've just started doing viewings for sales of these apartments off plan, you get a pretty good feel of what it looks like. Nice, it's a nice quality door basically, but the final one will be going on shortly. So back into this flat. Now we've still got woodwork to do here, so we're not that much more progressed on these first couple. We're starting with the least finished. However, the painting has been done. There'll be one final coat and touch-ups in here, but ultimately painting is done. Second fix electric is all in. There'll be some snagging to do where people have scratched stuff and damaged stuff, but ultimately, you know, we're getting a bit more finished as we work up the building. Let's follow the journey round and see how progressed we get when we end up at the show flat. I'll stop you there because this is one of the central courtyard apartments. Now this is one of the larger apartments in the building. This is where we fitted the extra little mezzanine space up in the loft, used that. So yeah, super exciting. This is the door to the flat, and this is a huge, huge flat. And you'll see if you can come in quickly, the length of the hallway here. It is ginormous. It is extremely high spec. Very, very good space accommodation and very good price per square foot for the accommodation in this area. Now, you can't really see it now, but this is the kitchen. It's very, very dark. No lighting in here, so hopefully the camera's picking up a reasonable amount of what we're doing here. But I'll take you down, show you a couple of the spaces. So this is one of the courtyard bedrooms. We've got the ensuite in here, and we're going for a nice high-spec tile. A kind of granite effect. What is a granite tile on there, so very, very high spec. You can't see it, but it's all nicely fully tiled, very high spec tiling underneath, and the flooring, which we'll show you a bit more in the show home actually. But so watch the end of this video, get the show home, and you'll see it's nice sort of, you know, sort of, I think they call it herringbone, where it's sort of diagonal planks and it's grey. It looks very, very nice, very, very high spec. Gone right, really high spec on this apartment to get the quality in there. Now these are one of the courtyard units. Think central London living, warehouse conversion. It's not ideal, but it is for a city centre. Probably more suitable for an investment to a renter than as your full home, or a young professional that, you know, wants something town centre-esque and a bit funky in the area. But and the courtyard, by the way, I might stress, we're wrapping in a kind of leafy green effect. So it'd be like looking out into sort of a mini jungle. So yeah, making the best of what we can of the constraints we have on site. And we expect these to fly out the door. You know, this flat has got 3 elevations looking out into the courtyard, 3 views looking out into the courtyard, and in a really big space here in what will be the lounge for the unit. So yeah, really like these big apartments. They have got a lot going for them, and will certainly attract a certain type of buyer. So let's have a look through. We've got a rough idea of those. I'll just quickly show you down the end. Not a lot to see here. There's a bit of light in here though. So yeah, a bit messy in here. This is just one of the workrooms for the flat. They tend to use a kind of a workroom, like a cutting room where they cut and prepare all the materials for a flat. Tend to keep that in one unit because then the mess, is contained. We have labourers, obviously, on site. It's, a good tidy site is a safe site. With something of this number of people and this amount of materials and this amount of work going on, it's extremely hard to keep it neat and tidy, but we have a number of full-time labourers just going around constantly cleaning and tidying the site. So it's really important that you budget for that, just to ensure that everything is covered. If you can just quickly pan in there, I know there's chaps on the phone, but we're just having a look at the electrics here. These are all the meter cables going in, meter cupboards for each flat, and huge breakout board where the mains electricity comes in. So let's carry on down. Now, a lot of these flats, the kitchens will already have been installed. Let me just poke my head in to see. It's not in that one. It's typical, isn't it? The one I poked my head in has got no kitchen installed. Let's have a wander around the other side of the building. And what we've done is cover them in protective paper, or protective film, to make sure that they don't get damaged. So, as you can see, if you can come in here, chaps, you can see the kitchen is actually fully installed apart from the worktops, which go in last. And we are very, very close, just a bit of second fix carpentry, and these flats are going to be ready. They are days away from completion. When the final chippies come through the building after all of the plastering, decorating, all the rest of it is done. Can't go in there because the flooring's down. You can get an idea of the flooring there. We'll show you in the show home anyway, but that's that sort of, that's the flooring I was talking about anyway. We can go into another apartment here. So this is a one bed. Again, kitchen's already installed in there. We're going for white, super modern we're going for in these apartments. So, attracting a very high quality of tenant. Master bathroom in there. Again, you can see there's a bit more finish. We've got tiling done, just the tiling around the shower to complete. And then bedroom or lounge, don't know which one you want to call it, I don't know. And then the other one is just through here. So this is one of the smaller one beds, but perfectly adequate and actually, good size. I think the one beds in here are, creeping up to sort of late 40 to 50 square meters in cases. So they are very large. Now here's a nice apartment. Come and have a look. This is a 2-bed apartment. So as we look in, we've got the kitchen to our left. We've got a lounge. We've got an ensuite bedroom and another bedroom at the end. So come in and have a look through those, chaps. I'll let you pan to those. So that's one of the nice 2 beds. As you can see, absolutely massive rooms, really, really big. What I tend to find with developments is when the walls go up, the space gets bigger, and you've got more and more rooms, you chop them up, you realise how the space can be used. When you then get an apartment like this has got a lovely big, there's 3 of us here, we're stood in, several square metres of hallway space. These are very high end. We've gone higher on the ceilings as well, gives you the feeling of the height and the luxury and the volume of the apartments. But what I find is when you then put the furniture into them, and you'll see from the show home, which is one of the smallest units on site, ironically, we did it because it's nearest the stairs, it's easy access for viewings, and it's a safe unit to put it in. But some of these bigger units are absolutely huge, and when you put the furniture in, they get bigger. It's bizarre. You think you put furniture in, it makes it feel smaller. It's quite the opposite, actually. But let's carry on and walk around. Now the bit you've all been waiting for, it's the show home. Very proud of this. Got this all fully furnished. what a great thing to do on a site of this kind of scale. Absolutely necessary in my mind from a marketing perspective. The local agents we're working with on this absolutely love it. You're able to show someone the finished article. And actually interesting, I showed the bank manager around of this site this morning. Very, very nice chap. And he was extremely impressed by the progress on site and the quality we're doing. And actually the show home was the cherry on the cake. It was kind of real wow factor. Really kind of felt, what a nice way to see the site end on the tour, to see what it's going to look like when it's finished. We're very close to finishing. It kind of looks probably further off than you think, but actually some of these flats are a couple of days off finishing. If you chuck 2 or 3 guys in there, good carpenter, good team of 2 carpenters will finish all the woodwork in a day. That'll get painted the next day. Worktop on the kitchen goes on the next day, and a builder's clean, and you're probably 3, maybe 4 days per flat, and the vast majority of this top floor is completely finished. So obviously we don't want to do that now because you can do damage. You can do damage to the worktops, to the kitchens, to the woodwork, all the rest of it. So that really goes on last once all the other major lifting's been done. Right, so let's go and have a look at what it will look like when it's all done. Come on in. Here we go. So we've got a nice video camera electric system. We're leaving the little nice plastic on that until we're ready for delivery. This is the flooring I was talking about firstly. Lovely high quality, modern. We have, one thing we haven't done is silicone the edges of these. We're going to silicone the edge just to fill that little gap between the skirtings. That's one bit of snagging on the site, but I'll let you have a look into the nice kitchen. Again, this is one of the smaller units, and it's amazing how, in this case, just a fairly small galley kitchen comes alive. And again, we've gone with high quality inbuilt microwave ovens, reasonable quality appliances, all inbuilt fridge freezers and things like that. So again, got a dishwasher in this one. All nice quality, everything you'd expect as a young professional to rent or live in this area. We wanted to give them that kind of lifestyle of come home from work, have a good quality shower, nice quality high spec bathroom, something that's probably a bit above and beyond your average first time buyer's apartment really, give them a bit of luxury and something to aspire to. So yeah, here's the open plan living dining area. We've gone fully furnished in here, and I tell you what, we've got a great company we use for the furnishings. They've come in, they've furnished the entire flat down to knives and forks and faux pumpkins, which they took from my own house. I'm kidding. I think it was about £7,000 for a 1-bed, something like that, £6,500, £7,000. And that, considering what we've got, the ease, they just came in, knocked it in over a couple of days. Nice sort of gold and black cutlery and stuff. Every detail, as you can see, is in here, and it just made my life very easy to work with these guys to just come in and have a full show flat done, which was fantastic. Now, I'll let you have a look in there at the bathroom. Again, you can see the quality of the tiles. We've had an open day this weekend, so it's actually a little bit dirty. We need to have it cleaned again before second viewings happen this week. But you can see nice big tiles used, 600 by 600 tiles. You've got all the very high quality, marbly effect tiles at the back. Good quality sink units in there as well. And then we're into the bedrooms. Again, you can sort of see how the space could be used. With an office conversion, you obviously have a lot of windows to deal with, but I'm pleased to say that windows can be a huge advantage. They can make the office, the building look a bit officey from the outside. We're actually going to be wrapping some of the windows with the transparent wrapping stuff, which you can still see out of. All these windows are actually already filmed on the outside with film for sun resistance as an office. So you will still see out of them perfectly well. But some of them, for example, might be that one and that one, are going to be wrapped. So from the outside, you just see a single window, which looks more residential in nature. So we're trying to make it morph into a more residential feeling building. It's going to look quite funky. And actually, we can probably cut to a bit of B-roll, hopefully. I'll send you guys the picture. We'll get that up on the screen to show what the wrap will look like. We're having a CGI done of better quality at the moment, but we've got the architect's drawing we can ping up on the screen just to give you an idea of what we're hoping to achieve from the council. The site was through a pre-app phase with the council, so very nice chap at the local council worked with us and helped us design the building, and we took all of his comments on board and fed those into the design, which he effectively helped us design. So we're assuming and hoping planning will go through that on fine, and we expect the decision on that in the next few weeks. And yet internally, obviously, we've got a double aspect here, you know, dual aspect, lots of light coming in. There, if you remember on a previous video, I was spying on the competitors. I was hiding behind a tree, spying on these guys over here. And you can see the houses over there are already going up. And there's also one of the commercial buildings going up over there. And I'm hoping that's going to be some of the shops and convenience stores that are promised as part of that new build development. So we're opposite a whole new build development, which can only be thumbs up from a perspective of GDV and sales. Now, I'm going off for a shower, lads. If you could please vacate the room. I'm going to start getting undressed. So lovely to see you on this video. I'm going to test out the quality amenities. Don't worry, I'm not going to take off any more than my jacket whilst you guys are on cam. If you'd like any help with your own sites, if you'd like mentoring, we offer one-to-one mentoring packages. If you've been on courses, if you've struggled to get going in property and you want some practical help or do some mentorship, nicholaswillwork.com/mentorship. We're also doing JVs with people. If you've got decent amount of capital and you would like a professional, established business partner to do your developments and help deliver those sites for you, we'd be interested in working with you as well. But if nothing else, join me on the journey of this and our care home conversion we're doing down in Hampshire. Lots of other videos, hopefully of educational content. Type away in the comments, interested to hear what you guys are up to, and I'll try and answer as many of the comments as I can. All the best for now, and see you on another video very soon. Take care, bye-bye.